deep divers and their partners. Peter Smit, who of course was also on the Rian Bouwer dive with Erna. Peter Venter, the first man to eventually have found the coelacanth at Sodwana, and also Nuno Gormish's deepest backup diver. And of course, Nuno himself, who set a new world record in the Red Sea in 2005, diving to 321 meters. That night, I get the chance to put all my doubts and fears to them. First, we talk about Nuno's record. He went all the way to the bottom on his own. The helium gets toxic if you go deep enough, causing serious convulsions that have killed many a diver. Nuno had to get a tag from the rope as proof of his depth. The first person he saw coming up was Peter Venter, who met him at 124 meters, also on his own, with a camera tied to his helmet.
Daar was geen strome nie, so ek kon die hele tyd sy borrel sien opkom van onder af en so ek het dit die hele tyd dopgehou en ek het geweet solank ek borrel sien haal hy asem. En sodra ek sy ligte sien, toe weet ek nee wat hierdie man is op pad, daar's geen probleem nie. Maar ek was so bly toe hy vir my wys uit die tag afhaal. Yes, dit was 'n fantastiese oomblik geweest. En ek dink ek het omtrent sy arm afgeskit onder die water. Want ja, dit is baie great geweest. Jy weet ek nie, ek kan nou my boei opskiet wat sê wêreldrekord en dit is okay.
The visibility was an incredible 60 to 70 meters, and everyone on top waited anxiously for the messenger boy to say whether Nuno was alive and well. But Peter still had 4 hours of deco time left before he could exit, and for Nuno, the dive had really just begun.
The total dive time was like 12 hours, 20 minutes. So basically it was from sunrise to sunset. It was like the whole day. But after a while you just become immune to time, you know. Actually you're fighting for your life. It's what it is, because you're hanging on a rope that's moving 2 meters, 3 meters up and down. You're trying to hold your place on your decompression stop. So it's basically an exercise in tenacity. And it's testing your will to live. Because that's all it is. All you're doing is fighting for survival for 12 hours.
Which brings me to my big question. All three of these people have lost more than one buddy, friend or relative in the process. Why do people do these dives?
Dis vreeslike goeters en dis rof om maar deur te gaan, maar ek het na Erna se dood het ek so vir 4 maande ophou duik, het ek net gesê ek gaan dit nie meer doen nie. Ek het net goed net daar gelos en my aandag op ander goed gesit. Maar ek het jou agtergekom, jy weet, aanvanklik is dit 'n hierdie onbekende wat jy jag, maar later aan begin dit 'n lewenswyse word, jy weet. As ek nie duik nie, dan voel ek ongemaklik. Dan dit word deel van jou lewe en ek het net besef dat daar is dinge wat gebeur en daar is seker redes hoekom dit gebeur het. En mens moet daaruit leer en jy moet die goed daaruit vat en jy moet aangaan. En as aangaan beteken vir jouself dat jy wil aanhou duik, dan moet jy aanhou duik. As aangaan beteken ek sien nie meer kans daarvoor nie en ek voel ongemaklik in die water en ek wil nie meer duik nie, dan moet jy dit los. Maar in my geval het dit beteken ek hou daarvan en ek duik omdat ek van duik hou en vir geen ander rede nie en ek het aangehou daarmee.
You are testing yourself. The other type of diving in the coral reef, you're just amusing yourself by watching fishes. Here you're challenging yourself, your inner being to see, let's see what I can do. You know, what I'm made of, how far can I actually push it. And the thrill is in conquering a cave, going as far as possible.
Ek dink miskien meer belangrik vir my is die diepte gee vir my die kans vir verkenning om by plekke uit te kom waar mense nog nooit was nie, of iets te sien wat mense nog nooit gesien het nie. daai tipe ding, en die Coelacanths is nou presies 'n voorbeeld van wat die vermoë om so diep te duik te kan bied aan 'n mens. Ja.
Wondergat is basically a cave dive. And a lot of people over the years have not realized that. To dive here, you should really have at least a cavern 1 qualification, and if not that, you should have a cave 1 or cave 2 qualification. And over and above that, the depth is in excess of 50 meters. So you should really be diving either on trimix or a less narcotic mixture. So it's actually a very complex diving venue which people are underestimating, and that's why the divers are dying here.
Cool. Just what I wanted to hear before my first dive to back of the cave. On air nogal. But I'm confident that I have the training and we've had the build-up dives necessary to do it. I'm already beginning to feel more at home in the bottom of Wondergat than on the surface. And it's probably on the same scale as Buddy the camp dog's cliff excursions to hunt the dussies. And he does it every day. It's amazing how quickly I've come to like this place. My real home seems on another planet. But now it's time to go find out what the back of the cave feels like. We don't talk before the dive. We've decided not to drop on the grid as usual. There is an alternate route where we go down the cliffside to about 18 meters and try and find another rope there which will lead us through a crack in the roof of the cave. I think Smirry is carrying more than just the load of my cylinders today. Even he wasn't talking this morning. Once you're through the roof at about 20 meters, it is basically a free fall in pitch black water all the way to the Taakmag sign at 50 meters. From the outside, Smirry can only see our bubbles coming out, far from where we really are. A last look at the cave's mouth, and then it is round the elbow to where daylight has never been. I think that with all the concentration, I'm not really aware of any narcotic effect, except maybe that I'm consulting my computer a lot more than usual. Fortunately, other Johann hasn't started singing either. With every meter we go down, I can feel the pressure increase on my body. We look like insects, and I feel even smaller. Then I can see it. The end of the line and the back of the cave. That's what Nuno said. It's about conquering a cave. And Pieter Venter reaching a place where not many people has been. But most of all, I tend to agree with Pieter Smit. For me, it is spiritual. Now I can definitely feel the effect of the narcosis, the pressure and the darkness. Beware of the water. That's certainly true around here, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay out of it. And all the time you have to check whether your buddy is still fine. And it is like Pieter Venter said. A bit like going to church. And even while I am here, I know that once I'm out, life can never be the same again. Today, both Pieters are also diving with me. I feel honored and also wonder what the future holds for all of us. The 12 minutes before turnaround time flies past. 12 minutes and 12 martinis. That's a good party. I hope I can still drive after this. I mean, dive. We come past Takmach from the other side. Suddenly, it doesn't seem that deep anymore. We also have a last look at the cemetery before we exit the cave and start with our deco stops. After the dive, we also don't talk straight away. That's just the way it is. Even Smirnov. And we'll be brothers forever. No, more than brothers. We are buddies. And then it is time to say goodbye. But I've learned two things here. Wondergat will see me again. And I'll have to try and do a 100-meter dive before long.
Ja, Wondergat, dink ek nie kan jy moeg vir word nie. Hy het net iets aan hom wat jou terugbring en gereeld terugbring.
It's you, your body against the elements. Yeah, I think it will carry on and nobody knows how far we'll go.
Ek wil huis toe gaan, mama toe. Die rivier is vol met tranero. Abagi want vanand, by my wil is, sê kamale, ek is 'n dronklapie.